Ahoy mates, Julie here, and welcome to Wednesday's episode of The Boaters TV. First up today, in nautical news, we have a unique racing awards ceremony coming up on Sunday, and it's not for race winners. On October 28th, the International Society for the Perpetuation of Cruelty to Racing Yachtsmen, you heard me right, will hold its annual Moosehead Awards Luncheon at the very prestigious Belle Yacht Club in Greenwich, Connecticut. The I.S.P.C.R.Y. was created in 1941 by 3 avid sailors, 2 local yacht club commodores, and a sailing journalist for the Old New York Herald Tribune. These founding fathers intended the organization to be one that would openly celebrate the faux pas of race committees, affectionately known as Mooseheads, of the area clubs around Long Island Sound. It has long been the objective of the Moosehead Committee that the luncheon not be held, due to the universal excellence in race management. But that would be impossible, as it seems each year committees come up with new and different ways to torture sailors. As the committee has long said, we couldn't make this stuff up if we tried. The 250 members of the I.S.P.C.R.Y. will be arriving at Sunday's event via their respective committee boats and in full dress uniform as onboard cannons are fired to announce their entrance to the harbor. After cocktails and lunch, the highly anticipated award ceremony will begin. A few of the more memorable trophies to be presented include the Moosehead Supreme Award for the biggest overall screw-up, the Boot in the Butt Award for the runner-up to the Moosehead Award, the President's Award for doing everything in a perfectly legal way but still managing to confuse the competitors, the Golden Mike Award for the biggest mess-up over the radio, and the Boar's Head Award for the screw-up that wasn't big enough for the Moosehead but still worthy of mention. The Moosehead Awards are all in good fun, of course. Next up, in our Off the Hook segment, we've got some good news for people who love ice fishing. Recent developments in boating technology might soon replace the traditional ice boat. Older models of ice boats, which have been around since the 1800s, are designed as 1 or 2 men sailboats equipped with skis or runners to work on smooth, icy surfaces. The problem with ice boating is that the solid terrain of the ice has to be strong enough to support a boat's glide, making the sport possible only where weather is cold enough to not only freeze water, but have layers of solid snow covering the initial layer of ice. Today, however, all that is changing. Thanks to a recent U.S. government patent, Harry Haney is now the proud owner of the prototypical snowboat. This amphibious vehicle includes 14 feet of aluminum floatable boat hull crafted onto a snowmobile. Doesn't sound too impressive? Well, consider the fact that Haney's snowboat was already named one of Time magazine's coolest inventions 3 years ago, and since then he has won several awards and even more friends who are interested in his ideas for securing a safe ride for those who would skate in colder weathers. Haney's snowboat differs greatly from its Iceboat predecessors. The hull is designed with upwardly extending, downward opening pockets and inclined guides that allow the boat to traverse uphill or from a watery surface to a more solid ice incline. And the hull's upturned forward ends with mounted upstanding rudders allow for steering the boat as she traverses a body of water. The idea for modifying the snowmobile with a lightweight boat came about easily for Haney, who has been ice fishing on Lake Michigan since he was a kid. But it was only after a friend fell and perished into a patch of black ice several years ago that safety became paramount in navigating the treacherous terrain between ice and water. For more information on the snowboat, please visit www.snow-boat.com. And finally today, it's Power Play, where we're taking you into the no-fear zone. Well, with a price tag of $300,000, the courage it takes to shell out for this 007-esque luxury speedboat is well reflected in its name. It's the Fearless 28. The 28-foot-long superboat is the first in a series of high-performance and high-style yachts that comes out of an exclusive collaboration between yacht maker Fearless International and internationally acclaimed Porsche Design Studio. And what an example of what merging the finest in the marine and automotive disciplines can yield, as the Fearless 28, with its chiseled exterior and sumptuous curves, also features a seamless, carbon-reinforced deep V hull, sleek stainless steel intake vents, a classically tailored 8.5-foot beam cockpit with seating for 5, custom hand-fitted teak inlays, and a Porsche design-inspired dash with full Lavorsi analog instrumentation. I will pause to let you wipe away the drool. And yes, most certainly designed for the Aquabahn, the Fearless 28's 525 horsepower Mercury engine drives the vessel to speeds over 80 miles per hour. As our friends at the Marine Blast and Sailing Stuff blog put it, it's a stunner. For more information, please visit www.fearlessyachts.com. And that's a wrap on today's episode of The Boaters TV. Join us back here on Friday, and until then, safe and happy boating to you all. Take care. This episode of The Boaters TV has been brought to you by the word Zulu, which is a standard of time not affected by time zones or seasons, used to indicate times measured in Coordinated Universal Time, a successor to Greenwich Mean Time.